And welcome back to Day and Night Let's Plays. In the last part, we're making our way towards Ridley's lair, and I got quite lost. And in this part, we continue to make our way towards Ridley, the big bad dragon himself. Or
hopefully not lost.
Yeah, hopefully I don't get as lost. I'm fairly certain that I can get to him in this part.
What exactly is the explanation for Ridley? Is it just like a space pirate dragon?
Yeah, so actually, I was just about to mention that, but well, Ridley he's the leader of the space pirates, but in the backstory itself, it says that Mother Brain actually takes control of the space pirates on this planet through mind control, something to that effect. But he's supposed to be a commander, and he's like Mother Brain's right-hand man, and he's had a couple of different origin stories depending on some canon and non-canon video games in Metroid universe, which we'll get into later.
Yes.
Well, you said Mother Brain took over, right? So
yeah.
Would you say it was mind control?
Yeah.
Or brain?
She's telling supposedly, according to the instruction manual, I don't know if it's in this game or if it's in the original game. It says that Mother Brain is responsible for all the defenses on this planet and is controlling everything telepathically.
Well, that could probably be questionable considering how if it were the original, then you know how bad some of the stuff was with original instruction manuals.
Yeah, I'll look into it to clarify it a little bit more. But anyways, if you guys have played Super Metroid, you may recognize this theme as well, I don't remember specifically what the boss's name was, but it's the first boss that you fight. That actually looks quite similar.
It's called Forest Spawn or something like that.
I just call it big green thing that shoots little balls at you. I don't know.
So, one
Simple
thing I like
enough.
about this boss fight is that you can just wall jump and shoot missiles at it if you really don't want to deal with this moving platform.
Yeah, but the gimmick here is obviously you want to freeze the moving platform and then go ahead and shoot the top with missiles. So just make sure that you keep freezing the enemy below you. It shouldn't be too hard. As you can see, I'm getting kind of low on life, but it'll take a lot for it to kill you. Like, you shouldn't be too worried about this little mini boss.
Pretty much. Because it's just as he says, a mini boss. For the most part. What is it supposed to be anyways?
Well, it looks like one of those worms that we ran into before with like the tough exterior, but I don't know, it might be something different. Well, actually, we're going to run into this guy again. You'll see.
I see.
So right now, I guess it's feeding, or like, it was resting, it was just chilling, and we came in and like, decided to take it out.
That's all space heroes do.
And now we're actually making our way towards Ridley's lair.
Yes.
Oh, he's just getting into his groove.
Are you sure you're not going to throw off his groove?
Oh, he's in the zone right now. Nobody can throw him off.
Oh, no, thanks for that. Now I know what Ridley listens to whenever he's in his spaceship.
Can't imagine it being anything else.
That's the part that they forgot to mention in the origin story, that he was a dragon man.
Yeah. Some of the other origin stories not too good.
Obviously, they didn't have the facts straight. Not yet. Oh,
yeah,
goody.
and this lava or acid or whatever we specified it was is what actually hurts you. And right now I'm actually running for some health. Probably should sped this up a little bit, but
Could have, should have,
It's bubbling, so it looks like it's fizzing. I'm just gonna call it soda.
Soda?
Like soda.
It's boiling tomato sauce.
Yeah, and now you're noticing a feature that was desperately needed in the first game, but was missing. What is it? Feeder enemies that give you life back. This was the feature you really wish you had in the original.
It was a lot more annoying to do it.
Well, yeah, enemy drop rates were pretty terrible.
God, yes.
It was so easy to lose your health back too.
Oh yeah, you had you took a lot of damage in the original also.
It was no bueno.
And another super missile door. You can't open that door quite yet, because it's green, and green doors don't like regular missiles.
It's green, therefore we can't do anything about it.
So yeah, so this is something that can actually trip you up for a little while. is, you just get to a brand new area. You're expecting, all right, time to explore. You can't go anywhere. You're just kind of sitting around in Ridley's lair for a while trying to figure out what to do, when really they want you to come here and then go back.
Yeah, as you can see, I got a little bit lost here. I believe I had to re-record this. But in this recording, I'm pretty sure I got lost, as you can see.
Makes sense. I mean, shoot.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really remember any instance in Super Metroid where it was like that blatant, like you had to go back. Or just that jarring. It doesn't come across as natural. Yeah, I get lost here.
Back and forth, back and forth.
No, just open the door, no. It was too late.
How could you? No.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a while since I played this game when I did the recording. This is like, not necessarily blind, but just rusty. A rusty playthrough.
I mean, it's not a game I would exactly go back. I don't go to back quite often, to be honest. Then again, I'm more fond of the 3D games as it is, or Fusion. So, yeah.
Well, I suppose this game's like hit or miss with the Metroid community. If you're trying to get into Metroid universe for the first time and you want to go 2D games, I suppose this would be a good suggestion for a first game. But if you play this after Super Metroid, I don't know.
It's pretty underwhelming. I would think.
Well, it just depends on what you want. It's set up very differently. Certain people enjoy it. I don't necessarily enjoy it too much.
Well, you know what? Actually,
Oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say just as a remake in itself, though, it is a good remake, and that's one of the things I do keep in mind is that this is a remake of the original game, and it's a hell of a lot better than the original. That's for sure.
Yeah, this is actually kind of weird because Super Metroid was actually one of the last Metroid games I played. And
That's true.
I had played just about all of them, besides Prime 3 and Other M. And then I played Super Metroid, which actually was really fun to come back to. Like, it was really fun to play. I was shocked at how much fun I had.
Yeah, it's a game that truly stands the test of time. But as you can see, what I was originally supposed to do was just open that door. And our little friend here got a little meaner and uglier.
Ugh.
It's like a spider moth. So the trick here, I mean, I suppose he does have a pattern, but the boss is pretty forgiving. As you can see there, what I just did, he goes in one direction and the other direction. What you're supposed to do is just go into Morph Ball when he's coming over you, and hit his underbelly with missiles, preferably. Well, I guess you can only hit it with missiles.
I saw you hitting him with the beam a second ago.
Yeah.
It's weird,
and like all video game bosses of the, well, not necessarily early days of video games, but like many early video game bosses, and when his pattern's not working, he decides that, you know what, let's go ahead and change colors and go faster.
Well, but he did do something different. He shot his finger at me.
Yeah.
Mutant bees.
Totally new strategy. Except you're behind him, so it doesn't work. At least he tried.
He tried, at least. Points for effort.
Points for effort. Well, no, it's actually kind of remind me. It's actually kind of funny though, because it reminds me of well, I don't know why, but it reminds me of the fact that, like, bees, once they sting you once, their stinger falls off like that, and they commit suicide.
I know it's commit suicide, but I know they die.
Well, I mean, it's essentially suicide.
They blatantly, they can't just like, they're the ones that use their fingers.
True. So essentially, yeah.
Well, it's not every species of bumblebees, but it's I think it's like African killer bees are the ones that, appropriately named African killer bees are the ones that don't lose their stingers. Like, that's how you know something. That's how you know something is lethal. When they put killer in the title, you know it's something you shouldn't mess with. African, killer, two things in the title you don't want near an animal. You don't want to be near it. As you can see here, I'm demonstrating Sign Spark unnecessarily. And now we're back to where we started, with super missiles now. Now, the thing about super missiles, they're very useful, and I believe every one super missile has a strength of 5 regular missiles. They have the ability to open green doors, and you use them pretty sparingly.
Yes.
You don't get nearly as much super missiles as you do normal missiles, but the ones you do use, you just got to be careful with them.
Oh yeah. They did the same thing with Super Metroid, right? Where they gave you missiles and super missiles, right? As
Super
separate
missiles were introduced, in Super Metroid. They weren't introduced in Metroid 2.
Yeah.
And speaking of Metroid 2, I believe I will be playing that game eventually. I'm not certain if it'll be directly after this game, but I can see myself possibly visiting it in the near future.
Yes.
Or what I might do is, there's actually a fan remade version of Metroid 2. And it actually looks pretty cool. It's done in this style, and it's not entirely complete yet. But it's done in the style of Metroid Zero Mission, and it looks a lot better, and it supposedly makes a lot of drastic improvements over our second one.
I have to say, that was a nice jump there. I didn't even realize there was that fake floor.
Well, I mean, it's kind of obvious, because, why would it just give you an E-Tank like that?
Well, I guess it also helps if you play Super Metroid, because that's pretty much where they got it from.
Yeah, well, I don't know, I don't remember if that was in the original Metroid or not, because this game's pretty different in how big it is, but, rule of thumb, if it's a 2D Metroid game, and there's an E-Tank just right there, more than likely you're going to fall into a visual platformer trap.
Yeah, yeah.
Except for Metroid 2. Metroid 2 is actually pretty generous with its E-Tanks and missile upgrades where they're hidden.
Yeah, I haven't played that. Nor, other M.
And now,
this
is deceptive. Well, I suppose we already did visit this. Even though the room is, red with heat, since we have the various suit, we're not getting damage anymore.
Nope. The color of orange compels the heat. Or something along the lines of that.
And as you can see, we're making our way towards the room with a, conveniently labeled dragon on it.
Yay!
It's insert dragon here, or go here for dragon.
Go here for
what is it? A mall map where it's you are here, it's dragon is here.
Oh. You're here, this is your destination.
You're here, this is where you want to be. Well, isn't that mighty convenient?
Oh, okay then.
And look at this guy, this sad little fireball.
Are
Oh.
they making face pets?
This is going to be you in a minute.
Well, not entirely too sure, but actually right now that we're here, and I'm here somewhat grinding, kind of unnecessarily, that platform to my left, that you see lava under, there's actually 2 or 3 missile upgrades down here that are really annoying to get. That require the Shine Spark. Shine Spark, I forgot what the technique's called, but Shine Spark reset glitch. And I don't do it, but if you want to complete the game 100%, you're going to have to master it, and then basically... Well, I'll show the hallway where you have to build up the Shine Spark, and explain exactly what you have to do to get those 2 missile upgrades. Needless to say, it's pretty annoying.
I'm not even sure how many missiles you can hold. What your max is what I mean to say.
Yeah, I typically don't keep track of that too well, because, I get missile upgrades all the time. Every now and then, though, when I'm grinding like this, I'll see where I top off, and just kind of make a mental note, okay, this is about how many missiles I can carry.
Yeah. 99. Well, at least, it's obviously be 100 at this point and everything.
Oh, well, now we've come to realize that Samus doesn't like bugs.
Now, map room.
Yeah, map room to the right, isn't that?
For a second I thought that was going to be a retard.
Yeah, that would have been a slap across the face. Now, I'm not entirely sure if we've run across one yet, but it periodically... Okay, you see this to the top? That, not to cut myself off, but this little hallway to the top, that's actually where you're expected to build up a Shine Spark. Now, the only problem is, when you build up the Shine Spark, you're supposed to use it in the other area. But if you were to just press down and maintain your Shine Spark charge, you would run out of it if you get to the next area. So what you're expected to do is build up a Shine Spark, press down, jump down to the platform below, use the Shine Spark to the left, make sure the Shine Spark cancels your animation to make you stand upright again, press down, go across the door, continue running so that you run across that platform, and then get rid of the speed booster sections.
What?
Oh, and then the missile upgrades themselves is actually really annoying to get. You know what? Just to go ahead and stop sounding like an idiot while I try to describe this, I'll go ahead and link to a video that actually shows you everything that you have to do.
Ping. Right there.
Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.